Hi guys, and welcome to Petrol Heads London and back to Petrol Heads HQ. Not in a car today because, as you know from my last videos, I have sold my car. So firstly, a bit of an apology that the videos are not coming as regularly as they have been. Life is just incredibly busy. I still have all of my Euro trip on my motorbike to edit and send to you guys. There's so much footage, it's ridiculous, but I will be coming hopefully over the next few months as I find time to do that. But what I wanted to talk to you about today was what is going to replace my F-type. Now, it was kind of a bit bittersweet seeing that car go because I did love it and it's what started this channel for me, but it was absolutely time to go, as you saw from those videos. And one of the things that I've realised is it just didn't have the driver experience that I really wanted. So I've been starting to look at a few other cars. So there's been a few kind of guesses on my previous videos around what I might get, and I'm kind of there, but I wanted to talk you through what is in contention. So first on my list is a bit of a, well, hold on. Let me talk to you about something else. My needs have changed. Basically, what I don't want is a two-seater car. I wanted something that had at least a 2+2, that was fast, sporty, really enjoyable, but I could also use probably a bit more day-to-day and carry, you know, the family and dog and stuff like that in it every now and then, or maybe not always the dog. So what I kind of always come back to was a 911. And I've had one of those before. I had a 997 Gen 1, absolutely love that car. The back seats are perfect for just being able to let the dog sit in and stuff like that, but it also gives you a bit of extra storage space. So actually, the ideal car is another 911 997. But I've had one of those. So then you're looking at the new generation Porsches, but I just can't afford that. That is just well out of my budget, and I do love them. And actually, ideally, I love the new Targa. I think it is an absolutely stunning car and offers everything that I want, but the price is not quite there. So I'm afraid that kind of hit the back burner. So it kind of got me thinking around previous cars that I'd had, but also what else I would like. And if I'm honest, the top of my list, and this throws out all of my practicality and what I want to be able to do, is a V8 Vantage. I have always wanted to be an Aston Martin owner. And as you have seen, I've done a video with my mate Filippo, and he now also has a GT8. And you know, that car is just absolutely stunning, and the experience and emotion you get from driving it is phenomenal. But it doesn't have any back seats. And to me, that's kind of important just for that extra space to make it kind of a bit more workable as a car that I can use mostly as a daily. So I'm afraid that kind of went on the back burner, but I did look at a few, and I actually looked at a N420, which is their kind of like special edition version. And I also had some specifics around what I wanted from a Vantage. And for me, it had to be a manual gearbox, so they are few and far between. But also the real downside for me was that actually for the kind of budget I was looking at, which is probably, I don't know, 40 to 55,000 pounds at the very, very most, I'd still get a 10-year-old car, or maybe if you got a Tiptronic, you could get one a bit newer. But it just, for me, felt like I like the creature comforts. I've been spoilt with some of the cars I've had, like my old C63. We've got an Audi SQ5, as you would have seen on the channel. And it has all the creature comforts of good, modern technology in the cabin. And I kind of like that. And the Vantage doesn't have it. And I know that's not why you buy a Vantage. That's not what you buy it for. But I use these cars as my daily. So I wanted something that just felt a bit more modern inside. So I started going back to the drawing board. And well, you can't get more modern than a BMW i8. Now, I have been and looked at some of these cars that I'm about to talk about, but I haven't been able to film them all. So I kind of just wanted to share with you some of my experiences. One of them I did actually do an in-car update around, and I will put that together and tag that onto this at some point. But the i8 2+2, yes. Really cool looking, yes. Fast, yes. Petrol, no. It's got a 1.5 mini engine in it and the electric hybrid engine, which together gives a phenomenal amount of power. I love those doors on it, the way they swing up, like just a beautiful, beautiful piece of design, that car. Technology-wise inside, it's absolutely beautiful, but I just think I'd missed that petrol engine. It didn't give me that raw driving experience that I was after. And whilst we can still get petrol engines, then kind of that's what, you know, I'd like to get. I do like V8 engines. You know, I loved my C63 V8. I've, you know, driven a few, which is why the Vantage was top of the list. I've driven a few other V8s, and it kind of just made me go, this is, maybe that's my requirement. When I talked about my things I would have changed on the F-type, one of the things I talked about was the fact that actually probably what I should have gone for is the 5-litre V8. Would I have still had it today? Who knows? Maybe I would have got bored of that one and wanted to move on to something else. But that kind of got me thinking, well, actually, if I loved the C63 so much, why don't I look at a new one? So I did take out a C63 Coupe, and interestingly enough, my friend at number 27, if you go and look at his channel, did a review of this particular car against a BMW M3, and exactly what he embodied in that is exactly how I felt about it. I was so disappointed when I drove that car. I had really high expectations. I had previously a naturally aspirated C63, so the 6.3 litre V8. This one now is, forgive me if I get this wrong, I think it's a 4-litre twin-turbo, bi-turbo engine. And it just was wheel spin happy everywhere, which, yeah, it was a lot of fun, but it just didn't get, like, in a straight line, phenomenal. But like actually everywhere else, it just didn't feel like it gave me the feedback. It kind of wants to be a muscle car, but just, I don't know, it just wasn't that pleasurable. You know, it's a beautiful car inside. I arguably think that the interiors, and so I was looking at one that was about 2 or 3 years old. The interior I don't think was as good as the previous vehicle that I'd had. And it just felt like a load of sacrifice to me. I was looking at the Coupe as well. I think it's a beautiful looking car, but just for me, the driving experience wasn't there. It just like felt like a real disconnect from looking at this vehicle to actually how it performed on the road, or when you could keep it on the road, really. So I kind of went back to the drawing board. So what else did I look at? Yeah, done those. Okay, so the final one I'd probably come to is the Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio, which I can actually say now. So the Giulia Quadrifoglio. And I have driven that car, and that's the one actually I went to go and do a test drive of, and I wasn't intending to film it, and they actually let me go out on my own. So I didn't have any GoPros with me, but I did do a kind of first impressions of it, so I will put that up soon. So that car I loved. Amazing feedback on the road. That V6, not a V8, I know, but absolutely awesome engine. The road holding was amazing, even on those rather like slightly race going Corsa tyres. They wasn't that warm a day, but to me that kind of embodied what a good car should feel like. And I've never really been into things like M3s and M4s and stuff like that, but by all accounts this is an M3 Beta. The engine is its real swan song. It actually revs all the way up to the top, and it's just, yeah, a pleasure to drive. Anyway, so that is currently number 1 on my list. I will go back and look at the C63s again. I am still looking. You know, I love the idea of something like a Porsche Cayman or something like that, but I just don't think that that's going to fulfill the needs that I have in terms of wanting a slightly bigger car. Anyway, I've rambled on a little bit. I wanted just to give you a bit of an idea of kind of what's in contention. There are some plans very, very, very close to getting completed at the moment, and I will do an update video about that. I hope to do some more content, not here when it's in the pissing rain in the UK, but out in a car or on my bike. So please remember to check out the rest of the channel for lots of great content. There will be more videos to come and lots of great car and bike content. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all your support, and the subscriber numbers keep going up. So remember to give me a like, comments below. Cheers guys, take care.